this class because I always like to work on cars, so I figured it'd give me something that I like to do during the day at school.
At first, I thought it wasn't gonna be as hands-on. I thought it was just gonna be all bookwork.
Well, at first it was actually I was just coming in here to learn more about maintaining my vehicle and all that, and then it got to where I liked it.
We get to do stuff with them, and we got that benefit, working with our hands. We have out in the lab, we have all these cars. The kids see these cars, they see these tools. I want to use this tool. I want to see what this does to this car. And I mean, that's probably one of the greatest advantages of having a career tech type program. They don't have a career set yet in mind, and they come out of these programs. So many students that come out that have, okay, I'm going to school.
Me and him a couple weeks ago replaced ball joints. I had no knowledge of it. We weren't even working on that at the time. But he pulls me aside. You want to work on this? You want to learn something? I said, sure, I want to learn something. I'm here for that.
In regular classrooms, we just learn stuff that we probably won't use in life, and here we get to learn what we want to learn and do in our future.
Well, it's different from the normal classroom because you're not sitting all the time. You're doing something. It's just the way I learn best. I don't do good sitting and listening to lectures. I'd rather learn hands-on.
For all these career tech classes, we build a structure for these kids. They depend on us when they come in here every day to build them up.
Well, I thought there'd be a lot of stuff that I already knew, but come to find out it was quite a bit different. And I learned quite a bit. The general maintenance, I kind of knew quite a bit about that, but I learned a lot here for the electrical and starting to learn more about the brakes.
We keep them busy and they're learning something. They're actually seeing, everybody in the math class, I remember when I was a kid, in math, how am I ever going to use this? When we're showing these kids, how to read a micrometer, measure a brake rotor, and then do the algebra to figure out, okay, this is what it's supposed to be, this is what it's at, this is how much I can take off. They realize that is actually algebra? Really? Then they put it in place, and it really clicks with them. And my post-math testing scores were through the roof, and I had some local teachers calling me, well, what are you doing? I said, I'm not really doing anything other than showing them hands-on how the math works.
I've grown to have a passion for cars. I love just coming in and working on them.
Well, I want to be a mechanic. I just enjoy working on cars.
We had 80% passage rate on our ASE student testing, okay, which is really good. The proof of that is after it went out in the newspaper, the people that have called me, send me students. You got students that can work, that show up, that if they can pass that test, that means they have to have some kind of initiative to do anything. So that helps the local economy, because some of these local places, the local dealerships, the local repair facilities, they want to grab these kids when they're young. Okay, if they're coming out of school and they're showing that they can do something like pass that test, so that's something they can take and mold. And these people they're hungry for these kids that are at that level.
I'm not exactly going straight into a job. I'm going straight to college right after school. University of Northwestern Ohio. It's one of the top automotive diesel schools in the nation.
With this class, I feel like I'm able to take a step further and possibly make a career out of this, where before that wouldn't have been possible at all.
Because of CTE, I learned new things that I didn't know before.
Because of CTE, I learned more in the field that I want to go work in for a career. Because of CTE, I'm starting my career in the diesel industry.
We've turned so many students around that want to go to school after school that would have never went before. That's great. They may not be done with school yet, but the ones that have made it into school, that's huge success to me, because these are students that weren't going to go to school. The one student that's down in Indiana down there that's got the job at the performance shop, and he come from the rural town of Gladwin. He's working in the performance shop, one of the head mechanic there. He was one of them students that wasn't going to go to school, went to school, and he's being successful down there. And when you hear about that stuff afterward, that's very satisfying, and that is really showing that what we are doing here is working.